you are the Minister for Trade for the province of Ontario, and we had some shocking statistics in past years about the amount of trade that businesses are involved in the province of Ontario. So in the province of Ontario, the statistic came out that only 7% of SMEs are engaged in international trade, and the bulk of that goes to the United States. We recognize, since the interesting situation that is in the administration in the United States, this has given SMEs reason to pause on doing business in the United States. And we'll get to Buy America in just a moment. What kinds of programs, what kinds of initiatives do you have planned to assist these small businesses so that they can engage in international trade, and not just North American trade, but international trade with some of the 40 countries that we have trade agreements with?
Yeah, and that's the amazing thing, and the amazing stat actually when I was first moved over to the Ministry of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade, and in one of my foundational briefings and talking to my great bureaucrats that I have over there about just how many Ontario businesses that have the capacity to export but aren't, for whatever reason. So it's a real mandate of our ministry to ensure that we're working with those small businesses, our boards of trade that we have across the province, our chambers of commerce, and all of the partners that we have across Ontario to ensure that we're hooking those companies up with opportunities. The go-to has always been the United States, as you mentioned, but there have been some barriers to that. We really need to diversify and take advantage of the trade agreements that the federal governments of the past have signed, and we haven't really been doing as much as we can, I think, in Ontario to help hold the hand of these companies that have the ability to export. That's why it's really important for us to hit the road. Certainly there were some things that we had to take care of domestically here when we were first elected, by making sure that we had a message that we could send to businesses around the world and to other jurisdictions that we truly were open for business. There were barriers to that. Certainly the high electricity cost is still a problem. It's something that we're trying to chip away at, and the Minister of Energy has taken some first steps. The red tape piece was obviously enormous, and I don't think I have to dwell on that any longer, but we've taken immediate steps to start to deal with that problem. So we had to take care of some things domestically here in Ontario first. Now we're ready to take the show on the road, if you want to put it that way, and fly the flag that Ontario is a great place to do business. And that's why I believe India is such a great opportunity. We have many other opportunities as well. The European trade agreement that we have, the CPTPP. There's all kinds of countries on the South Pacific that have great opportunities for us as well. And we will be undertaking many missions to these countries, and making sure that our business partners have the opportunity to join us and put those linkages together, so that we do see increased exportation of Ontario's goods and grow our economy here at home. We're also making big changes when it comes to our procurement system as well, which I think is vitally important with the Ontario government. So lots to do. You know, I know, and the folks are here from Mitsubishi again, and they've got the big aerospace show coming up in a couple of weeks over in France, and the Minister of Finance is going to be there flying the Ontario flag and making sure that everybody in the aerospace business knows that this region is a great place to do business and our province is a great place to do business.